Newcastle United have been beaten 1-0 at home by League One Cambridge United in the FA Cup third round. It was fucking dreadful for lots of reasons. First of all, I have to say well done Cambridge. Great support today. Deserved the win. Rode the luck. Keeper was magnificent, but I don't think anyone would begrudge them that win today for the effort they put in, for the performance. So well done to Cambridge United. No hard feelings from me. Apart from towards Newcastle United and the players today who I thought have been, been well supported by Newcastle United fans. They've been backed, serenaded, and today was one of the worst. I wouldn't even say worst performances, all right, because it was a very, very bad performance, but Newcastle probably should have won in the balance of play in terms of chances. Cambridge's keeper was sensational. First half in particular, Newcastle had a lot of opportunities to score and probably kill the game. But in terms of approach to the game, I thought Newcastle's players showed a lack of respect to Cambridge United today. We can't blame stuff like not having a striker. We can't blame some of the absences and that kind of stuff. Newcastle simply were not at the races today. There was a lack of application. There was a lack of intensity from the players. And I just put it down to thinking they only had to turn up to beat Cambridge United. And that in itself is a massive problem. But fucking hell, this is a team who have now won one of, 21 first-team fixtures this season, all competitions. Thinking that you can just turn out and beat anyone is laughable. Some of the performances from key players were miles off. Sean Longstaff had a shocker after a good game against Manchester United. Alan Saint-Maximin was dreadful throughout. And, he's Newcastle's most important player. Joe Linton in midfield, he wasn't as bad as some of his colleagues, but I thought he was totally ineffective in the middle of the park. I question that. I'll come on to that in a bit. The only positive today from me is that I thought Kieran Trippier looks like a real class act, looks like a fabulous footballer, great first touch, great confidence and ability to pick a pass from his position, really, really good, but it wasn't enough on the day to break down Cambridge United. Hugely disappointing. It's a narrative bust and defeat, and all the positivity from the transfer window, from the Trippier signing, from the Man United game, from improved performances, that really, really raises more questions about this set of players and whether they have the stomach to get out of this relegation battle. I'm very positive, and I still am positive we'll get out of the relegation battle, but any more of those kind of performances this season, there've got to be a lot of players who you think just aren't suited to this kind of situation in this football club. If I'm going to criticise the manager, I thought it was a mess up front. We started with Alan Saint-Maximin up front. Then it was Jacob Murphy for a bit. Then it was Ryan Fraser for a little bit. After that, it was back to St. Max, completely ineffective. Why not put Joe Linton there? He's done it before, not particularly well, but he's a new player now. Put Joe Linton there. Give her a focal point. Give her someone in the box to aim crosses into. I really didn't understand keeping Joe Linton as deep as we did for most of the game. But, it's splitting hairs. Doesn't matter who you put out against the League One side. No disrespect to them. The players should have enough about them to find a way to at least score a goal. There's a lot of if that was under Ashley, if that was under Bruce Kite stuff, I don't really think that's very helpful or relevant, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter who's in charge or whatever. That performance would be unacceptable. And where do we go from here? Well, we have the biggest game of the season next week against Watford, a must-not-lose game, definitely a must-win game. The worst possible preparation, the worst kind of way to perform in front of your home crowd against a team with the lack of resources that Cambridge had compared to Newcastle United. His Excellency, the chairman of the club, flew in for this game today. He must be wishing he hadn't bothered. I wish I hadn't bothered going to the game. Newcastle for dreadful. We must be much, much better than that next week. This has to be the low point of the season. It can't get any worse than this. There can't be more performances. Every single player out there needs to have a long, hard look at themselves in terms of what they produced as a collective. Very disappointing. We'll go again next week. We can't afford to wallow in it as a fan base. We can't afford to get too down. The players will need us next week. We need them, and we'll go again against Watford. Thank you very much for watching. If you like these videos, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Lots more of this kind of stuff coming soon from True Faith. Bye.